Hello everyone, welcome to Live Interactive English. I'm Mike.
I'm Kim.
And I'm actually scared today, Kim.
Why is that?
Well, I just saw the title of the article that we're going to start reading today, and it's kind of scary.
It's a little scary,
It
yeah.
is,
I
yeah.
felt a little nervous reading this, yeah.
Shadowed by Death is the title of our story for today and tomorrow as well. And yeah, if you're shadowed by something, it's kind of following you, like your shadow follows you. It's this dark thing that kind of hangs over you, so you could be shadowed by your fears or your worries or something like that. If someone said that they were shadowed by death, I would think that they're gonna die soon. Or they're afraid they're gonna die soon.
Oh, maybe it's just their friend, like you owe me money. Huh? I'm
so
following
you're shadowed by death?
No,
what are you gonna do? Kill me if I don't pay you back for that lunch you bought me?
Sorry,
I'll give you the money for the cup of coffee. Don't kill me, please.
They think it's death.
Oh.
But it's actually just their friend around the corner.
Who wants that 100 NT from that fancy coffee I bought you? Okay, it could also be an action movie title.
Oh.
Shadowed by Death, starring
Tom Cruise.
Mark Wahlberg or something
and
like
Tom
that.
Cruise.
And Tom Cruise, yeah. Absolutely. Or a heavy metal album. You know, they often have like scary titles like that.
I like that.
It could be that. But it's not actually. It's our story for today and tomorrow. So I think it's time to stop being scared, take hold of our fears, and start reading Shadowed by Death.
Part 1.
Oh yeah, part 1.
With only a torn-up letter to go by, Arsène Lupin arrived outside the mansion. He had come to save Jeanne Darcieux's life. Jeanne's letter was addressed to her fiancé's sister, and it detailed a string of accidents. Each of them had almost killed her. These accidents seemed too suspicious for Lupin to ignore. As soon as Lupin saw Jeanne, a dog broke free from its chain and charged toward her. Luckily, Lupin shot the dog in time. He picked up the broken chain and showed the young woman the spot where it had been weakened. Lupin's theory was correct. Someone wanted Jeanne dead.
All right, our story begins here with only a torn-up letter to go by. Arsène Lupin. Is that correct?
That's pretty good.
Okay.
Arsène Lupin.
Arsène Lupin.
Good.
Arrived outside the mansion.
Ooh.
He had come to save Jeanne Darcieux's life. Jeanne's letter was addressed to her fiancé's sister, and it detailed a string of accidents. Each of them had almost killed her. These accidents seemed too suspicious for Lupin to ignore.
Very interesting. So a woman's life is in danger. There's been serious attempts. When there's an attempt on someone's life, that means someone tried to kill them, but I guess they didn't succeed. So Lupin, I guess, is some kind of detective, and he's there to catch the bad guy. He's like a Sherlock Holmes kind of character. And if you're a detective, you will be looking for details. Now, of course, I'm using their details as a noun. That's kind of like an interesting fact, an important bit of information. When we use detail as a verb, we can talk about how it details something. We're basically saying it talks about or it explains in the same way that a detail is a very interesting and useful fact. When we talk about detailing something, we're talking about explaining it or giving you more useful information. For example, the book details a man's travels across the United States in the late 1950s. So it will probably tell us all about the trip, about the places he went, the people he met, the experiences he had, a lot of details, a lot of information in a book that details his travels across the U.S.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, it does,
I'd read
actually.
it. All right, and this lady was almost the victim of some accidents.
Ooh. Okay.
So accidents are things that you didn't mean to happen, but they happened. So if you drop your coffee cup in the morning, oops, that's an accident.
Yeah.
Now, if you got mad at somebody and threw your coffee in their face, that's not an accident.
No, you probably meant to do that.
You meant to do that.
Yeah, no.
So our example says Lola almost got in a car accident on her way to work. She wasn't driving carefully, she was tired, she almost got in an accident. What's the opposite of a car accident?
What's the opposite of a car accident? Walking safely on the street.
No.
What?
A car on purpose.
A car on purpose.
See, the opposite of
That's a terrible
accident.
joke. What a terrible, terrible joke. Okay, well, to erase that joke from our minds, let's get back to our story. I think you're going to be shadowed by death for that terrible joke.
No.
Anyway, as soon as Lupin saw Jeanne, this woman in danger, a dog broke free from its chain and charged toward her. That sounds like it might have been an accident.
Maybe.
Unless someone made the chain weak, but there's this probably big, scary, angry dog. And as Lupin meets this lady, this dog just breaks off the chain, by accident or not, we don't know, and charges or moves quickly towards her. Luckily, Lupin shot the dog in time. Wow.
Seems like an overreaction.
Well, I guess she's in danger, and this is like a 400-pound, well, it's just a big scary
Well, you're
dog.
assuming. What if it was like a chihuahua?
That would be rather
chihuahua.
mean. But I
Seems
hope
unnecessary.
Lupin would just handle that in a less
Just kick it.
violent way. But we're assuming this is a big scary dog
All
that he
right.
had to shoot. Otherwise, the woman would have been hurt or killed. And then what happened? It says he picked up the broken chain and showed the young woman the spot where it had been weakened.
No.
Someone bent it or cut it a little bit. They wanted that chain to break when the dog was angry, knowing the dog would then attack the woman. So Lupin's theory was correct. He had an idea. He kind of thought that this woman was in danger. He thought that someone was trying to kill her. That was his theory. But now, when he sees the chain and he knows someone planned this, he knows someone wanted Jeanne dead. These are not accidents.
Maybe she's just got really bad luck.
Maybe she does. Maybe she's a bad guy herself.
Oh ho ho.
Yeah.
The plot
I don't know.
thickens.
We'll have to find out.
All right, so they weakened the chain to try to kill this poor woman. To weaken something is to make it less strong than it was before. So to weaken the chain, I'm sure they kind of cut it a little bit or maybe hit it with something, made the links in the chain a little less strong and a little less able to hold the dog. For example, the wall had been weakened by heavy rains and it fell down this morning.
Yeah. All right, if we weaken it, we kind of take it from strong or powerful or whatever. You can weaken other things, right? If your tea's too strong, put a bit more water in it. You know, you might say, can you weaken my tea? It tastes a little too bitter. It's too strong. Anyways, as I mentioned there, he had a theory about Jeanne being in danger, but now he knows it's true because, as I mentioned, a theory is basically an idea about something. You have this idea that you think explains or gives us information about something, but it's just an idea at this point. Scientists have theories, and then they come up with experiments and tests, and that will either prove that their theory is true or show that their theory has some problems or is not true. And of course, once we have a theory, once we do the tests, then we can have facts. Then we know things. Before we know them, they are just theories. For example, there are a number of theories about how the movie star died. They found the movie star all alone in a locked room. There was no sign that anything bad had happened. They tested the body, didn't show anything bad happened. It's kind of a mystery, but there are a few theories about it.
I think it was the hamburger that he was eating earlier.
Was it the hamburger that he ate?
It was the hamburger.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe it was all the makeup he was wearing, and he got poisoned by the makeup.
Ooh.
That's another theory.
Oh.
See, there's several theories. Yeah. All right,
All right.
well, we'll take a break, and then we'll be back with more theories about Jeanne, Arsène Lupin, and all the dogs that seem to hate Jeanne. Do you think there's more than one dog out there?
I think so.
Maybe she did something bad to dogs.
True.
Possibly.
We'll
find
see.
out after the break.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。这两天要读的是法国小说家莫里斯·卢布朗的短篇故事《Shadowed by Death》，死神游荡。好，那卢布朗最有名的角色就是怪盗亚森·罗平了。故事一开始说，亚森·罗平凭着一封撕碎的信来到宅邸外面，他要拯救一名女子的性命。那名女子叫做 Jeanne。那这封信呢，就是由 Jeanne 写给未婚夫的妹妹。 信里面就有详细描述了一连串的意外，每一次的意外都差点杀了他。那些意外对罗平来说似乎太可疑了，他没办法置之不理。而且他一见到这个女生 Jean， 就有一只狗挣脱了链子，然后朝着 Jean 冲过来。幸好罗平就有及时射杀那只狗，他就捡起这个断裂的链子，让 Jean 看看链子它被削弱变弱的地方，这就证明了罗平的看法是对的。真的有人想要这名女子的命哎！好，同学们会觉得把狗射死这是反应过度吗？那你觉得为什么会有人想要杀害她呢？这是不是有什么隐情呢？好，老师们刚刚用到 overreaction 就表示过度反应，是当名词。那么还有说到 the plot thickens， 好 ，thicken 这个动词有使什么变厚、变浓稠的意思。可是 the plot thickens 是指说情况啊，或者是故事情节它越来越复杂了。我们再看单字 detail 或者是 detail， 它可以当名词表示细节、详情，也可以当动词来表达详细的叙述啊、详细说明这样子。再来 accident 它是指意外事故。Weaken 在 weak 后面加上 en 变成动词，就可以表达削弱，使什么弱化。再来看 theory 它表示看法、观点或是理论学说。那这边3个重点，我们进入文法时间。好，来看第一个重点是 too too 加上形容词或副词，再加上 too to 再加原形动词，表示太怎么样而无法怎么样。这个 to v 不定词的部分呢，前面可以加上 for somebody 来表达对什么来说太怎么样而无法怎么样。例如 the job offer was too good for him to refuse， 那个工作机会对他来说好到令他无法拒绝。第二个重点是 as soon as， 可以引导时间副词子句来表达一怎么样就怎么样，表达说两件事情接连发生。as soon as 也可以用 once 来代换，像 I'll text you as soon as I get there， 你也可以说 I'll text you once I get there， 我一到那里就会传讯息给你。第三个重点是 break free， 表示挣脱、获得自由，后面可以接 from something， 像你可以说 The Pokemon broke free from the Pokeball and escaped， 那只宝可梦从精灵球挣脱，然后跑掉了。好，接回到课文中。
Jeanne started to worry that her father might be in danger too. For 16 years, Mr. Darcieux had taken care of her, ever since her mother died when Jeanne was just 5. Her father was particularly vulnerable, as he was suffering from a mysterious illness and had lost the ability to walk. Even the family doctor, Dr. Guiraud, couldn't explain it. After interviewing Dr. Guiraud as well as Jeanne's father, Lupin knew what to do. He left in the night and visited 2 friends in Paris.
All right, let's find out what else is going on with Jean. It says Jean started to worry that her father might be in danger too. Uh-oh.
Whoa.
For 16 years, Mr. Darcieux had taken care of her ever since her mother died when Jean was just 5.
Wow, okay. So not only does Jeanne think that someone's trying to kill her, she thinks her father is in danger too. Someone's also trying to kill him. These sound like very normal people though. I mean,
yeah, who wants to kill them?
Her father had a difficult life, I guess. His wife died a long time ago. He was a single father, but he raised his daughter Jeanne. They don't sound like they're rich or powerful or bad guys who hurt other people. So why are they in all this danger? It says her father was particularly vulnerable, as he was suffering from a mysterious illness and had lost the ability to walk. This poor old man, and he's in a wheelchair and he's sick. He's suffering from this mysterious illness. Who wants to kill someone like this? It sounds like he couldn't hurt anybody. If you're suffering from an illness or to suffer from anything, is to basically be going through a difficult troubling, maybe painful experience of some kind. We often use this when we talk about an illness. I'm suffering an illness. You could be more specific. Oh, I was suffering a headache since last night. Oh, I'm suffering from a toothache right now. I have to go to see the dentist later on. You can suffer from other things, being very poor, having no job, being very unhappy all the time. If we suffer, we're going through some kind of terrible experience. And I guess the other idea is that it's not a short experience.
Yes.
It's probably something, you know, a little bit long or something like that. I would suffer if I have to go to the gym, running on a running machine.
Well, yeah.
It doesn't always have to be something where you could get hurt or die or end up in the... I'm suffering from having a lot of exams next week.
Yes,
you
if
could
I
say
have
that
to hear
too.
the song Let It Go one more time, I cannot suffer through that one more time.
Oh, that would be terrible. Or if
can't.
someone in your family is terrible at cooking. I had to suffer through dinner that they made, and it was awful. But in this case, it really is awful. He
Yes.
has this illness. He's very sick. And as it said, he can't walk, so he's in a wheelchair. So again, who wants to kill a sick old man in a wheelchair?
I don't know.
I don't know. What's going on here?
So our example sentence, Bernie has
yes,
been
thank you.
suffering from the flu for the past few days. If you're sick, you're suffering.
Poor Bernie.
End of story.
Yeah.
All right, it continues. Even the family doctor, Dr. Girault, Guerrero,
Yes.
couldn't explain it.
Oui, oui. No, no.
After
okay.
interviewing Dr. Guerrero,
Yes.
as well as John's father, Lupin knew what to do. He left in the night and visited 2 friends in Paris. He's just going away.
He went on holiday?
You're about to die. I know what I have to do.
Right.
Bye-bye.
I'm going to visit this doctor, find out all about the danger you're in, and then take a little holiday.
Going on vacation.
Okay, well,
Got some
I guess
baguettes to eat.
that's what French detectives do. So there you go. Never be in danger in France, and your life should be fine. I think that's all the time we have for today. Don't worry, Lupin is a great detective.
I hope so.
He just needs a little holiday.
Okay.
You know, yeah.
Some
why not?
baguettes, some
Gotta go have some cheese
wine.
and wine at his friend's place in the country. He'll be back on Monday or Tuesday or maybe Wednesday. But we'll be back tomorrow, and we'll see you then for part 2 of
Shattered by Death.
Thank you.
好，故事里面这名女子 Jeanne， 她的母亲在她5岁的时候过世，从那时起一直都是父亲在照顾她。现在啊，她就担心父亲可能也有危险，毕竟她罹患一种神秘的病，没办法走路，连他们的家庭医生啊都没办法解释。罗平在跟家庭医生还有这个 Jeanne 的父亲访谈过后，他就知道他该做什么了。那晚上他就离开去见了2位在巴黎的朋友。我们来看单字 suffer。Suffer 它可以表达罹患什么样的疾病，这时候我们常常会用 suffer from 加疾病来表达。那么 suffer 也可以表达遭受、感到，像是遭受什么样的疼痛啊，感到什么样的痛苦之类的。Mike 老师刚刚用到 wheelchair， 则是指轮椅，就是在轮子 wheel 后面搭配 chair， 把它合成一个字。那这边3个重点，我们进入文法时间。好，第一个重点是 after 引导副词子句的时候呢，当它的主词跟主要子句的主词相同的话，我们就可以把这个副词子句的主词省略，然后把动词改成动词 ing。以句型来看会更清楚哦。原本的句型可以写作主词加动词 after 主词加动词。如果你看到前后的子句主词一样，你就可以省略掉 after 后面那个主词，把动词改动词 ing， 句型就变成主词加动词 after 动词 ing。例如 Anne made some coffee after she washed the dishes。可以简化成 Anne made some coffee after washing the dishes。Anne 洗好碗之后泡了一些咖啡。第二个重点是 as well as， 它当连接词表示以及还有，是用来连接词性相同的字词。例如 Carrie is smart as well as beautiful。Carrie 聪明又漂亮。第3个重点是用 WH 疑问词加不定词的用法。WH 疑问词像是 what, where, how 等等，后面可以接不定词 to V， 构成一个名词片语。这时候它就相当于 WH 疑问词加主词加助动词加动词。我们一样来看例句比较清楚。I don't know what to wear。这时候 what to wear 是名词片语，相当于 I don't know what I should wear。我不知道该穿什么哎。好，那么以上是今天的讲解，同学别走开，马上回来哦。
With only a torn-up letter to go by, Arsène Lupin arrived outside the mansion. He had come to save Jeanne Darcieux's life. Jeanne's letter was addressed to her fiancé's sister, and it detailed a string of accidents. Each of them had almost killed her. These accidents seemed too suspicious for Lupin to ignore. As soon as Lupin saw Jeanne, a dog broke free from its chain and charged toward her. Luckily, Lupin shot the dog in time. He picked up the broken chain and showed the young woman the spot where it had been weakened. Lupin's theory was correct. Someone wanted Jeanne dead. Jeanne started to worry that her father might be in danger too. For 16 years, Mr. Darcieux had taken care of her, ever since her mother died when Jeanne was just 5. Her father was particularly vulnerable, as he was suffering from a mysterious illness and had lost the ability to walk. Even the family doctor, Dr. Guiraud, couldn't explain it. After interviewing Dr. Guiraud as well as Jeanne's father, Lupin knew what to do. He left in the night and visited 2 friends in Paris.
Hi everyone, I'm Stephen.
And I'm Matt.
We're going to play a game called Guess the Bear, where each of us has 3 words or phrases on these cards. We're going to read 2 sentences each, and instead of saying the word, we're going to say the word bear, and you have 1 minute to guess all 3. Can you do it?
I think so.
All right, let's get started. Go! Okay, this is 2-word phrase. It's bear difficult, bear see in this rain. Number 2, the test is bear hard, bear pass without studying.
Very two.
It's bear difficult, bear see in this rain.
Extremely two.
Okay, next one.
Yeah.
All right, this is a 1-word verb. Can you bear the incidents from last week? Number 2, the report bears the facts of the case.
Describe. Explain. Examine.
Can you bear the incidents from last week? The report bears the facts of the case. Okay, next one.
Next.
1 word. Noun. I broke my arm in the car bare last week. Breaking the vase was clearly an bear.
Accident.
Good job! And you have 1 second. Okay. All right, these were really hard. This first one was 2 words, right? The phrase. It's too difficult to see in this rain.
Oh.
The test is too hard to pass without studying. And then the verb was detail. Can you detail the incidents from last week?
Oh.
The report details the facts of the case. That's why I was like that.
Yeah, describe, detail. Okay.
That was hard. It was really difficult.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
1 out of 3. Okay, your turn now. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Here you go. Okay, let's start the clock. The first one is a verb. Superman has been bared by the kryptonite. The disease will bear her immune system.
Weekend.
Yes. Next is a noun. My favorite film is The Bear of Everything. The police has a bear about who committed the murder.
Hint has a inkling, has a, I don't know, next one.
Okay,
Go
next one.
Okay.
Next one's a verb. I don't want to bear through a boring lecture again. I bared from the flu for the last 3 days.
Sit through, sit, bear.
The flu.
Can you say that sentence one more time?
I bared from the flu for the last 3 days.
Slept.
I don't want to bear through a boring lecture again. I bared from the flu for 3 days.
No, I don't know that one, sorry. I was thinking sit through. I don't want to sit through.
Okay, well that one was suffer.
Oh.
So it's I don't want to suffer through a boring lecture again, and I suffered from the flu for the last 3 days.
A bit dramatic.
The other one was theory. So that's my favorite film is The Theory of Everything.
Oh.
And the second sentence, the police has a theory about who committed the murder.
Oh, I think the first one got me off because I don't know that movie.
Right, yeah, you gotta update your movie knowledge.
Pop
here.
culture. I hate it.
You're wearing a movie t-shirt.
Shut up.
See you next time.